Hello and welcome back to another episode of EFL Roundup, where I'll round up the biggest news stories across the EFL over the last 24 hours. And we're going to start off in the Championship because Liverpool are interested in signing 18-year-old forward Ryan One at Sheffield United. However, they are not the only Premier League side that's interested in him. Tottenham, Brentford, Brighton are looking at the youngster. So far this season, Ryan One's stats go a bit like this. 10 appearances, 261 minutes played, 1 goal which came in a 2-1 win over Bristol City, which was in the last minute of the game. He averages 1.38 shots per 90 and 0.69 key passes per 90. According to reports, Liverpool's transfer strategy is kind of changing and they are going through the academies across the football leagues, looking at young players at clubs and nicking their best young talent, basically developing them at the football club and then loan them out a couple of times and then resell them on and make a lot more money that way. That is what a few reports are saying. If I'm being honest, I've not seen Ryan One much this year for Sheffield United, but he has been described as a physical presence on the pitch. He can go toe to toe with players that are a lot more experienced than himself. He also has a very good eye for goal and has showed plenty of composure in front of goal, like he did in Scotland where he was playing for Hamilton. That was the club he started his career with. Moving on to more Championship news, Morgan Whitaker has come out and said that he did not refuse to play in Plymouth's 5-0 home defeat against Burnley. If you remember, after the game, the Plymouth boss came out and said that Whitaker was selected for the game but apparently refused to play. Well, Morgan Whitaker came out and did a statement and said, actually, I was available to play. I've never once refused to play for the football club. I was made to play with the players that weren't starting, so I wasn't involved in the shape, and I basically was not allowed to feature for the game because a bid had been accepted by Plymouth to sign for Middlesbrough. So who's lying then? Plymouth are saying that he refused to play. He's saying he didn't refuse to play. According to Swansea fans, apparently this is normal for Whitaker. Apparently when he was playing at Swansea, he was throwing his toys out the pram. So this is normal behaviour. So lots of people suggest that he actually did refuse to play. But if Morgan Whitaker didn't, then I think more people need to come out and say something rather than just staying silent. Moving on to League One, Ruben Sellers has issued a hopeful Hull City transfer update, with the club retaining an interest in Huddersfield Town winger Sorba Thomas. Sorba Thomas would be a quality signing for Hull City. I think he would add quality in the final third. I think he was fantastic in the year that Huddersfield got into that playoff final. The amount of crosses he was putting into the box for Huddersfield to score from the set pieces, that year they were just amazing from set pieces and counter-attacks, and he was one of the main players for that. This year he hasn't been playing for Huddersfield in League One. He's actually been out on loan. He's been playing in France. He plays for a team called Nantes. I think that's how you pronounce their name. Not really good with French names. If I'm being honest with you, I'm not really good with English names. I struggle with that. But I hope that is how you pronounce that team's name. He's played 16 times for them. He started 9 out of the 16. He's not really having a great season and he's only got 3 goal contributions so far. So yes, a return to England I think is on the cards. It's a shame really that he didn't stay in League One for Huddersfield this year. He might think he's too good for the division. I think he is a Championship player, but Huddersfield has struggled with goals this year. He would have been vital in them competing for the top 2 spots in League One. For me, he is a bit of a luxury player. He won't offer much defensively, but from set pieces, going forward, he definitely would add some quality. And lastly, moving on to League 2, Grimsby Town have signed Darragh Burns from Milton Keynes FC. He has spent majority of the 2024 season on loan at Shamrock Rovers. He's picked up 28 appearances and he's got 9 goal contributions. He's a 22-year-old right midfielder. He can play in the centre and on the left-hand side of the midfield. He will be a very good player for the future, in my opinion, as Jaden Luca, who's on loan from Luton, won't be at the club for next season. He's only on loan until the rest of the season. So Burns most likely will be a number 1 at the right midfielder position. From learning more about him, from watching his highlight reels, he's a player that's got a great understanding, particularly in the final third. He's great at crossing, got good delivery with both feet, which is very important because I don't think enough wide attacking players are actually good with both feet. So the ability with both feet is amazing, and he also has a really good eye for goal. So that is the end of the video. Hopefully you did enjoy listening to this episode of EFL Roundup. If you haven't already, make sure you go and check out my other episodes of EFL Roundup. I'm trying to make these videos as snappy as possible. I'm trying to do more EFL content, so if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I will be doing more EFL content in the future. Live streaming is also coming soon on my channel. I don't just talk about my team Luton, I'm trying to do more, so please subscribe, drop a like, let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll see you all in the next video.